Honor the memory of Hudson Olaflin, who was killed just last month in Pacific Beach.
Parents could be fined under new e-bike rules in San Marcos. We'll explain.
The Costco rotisserie chicken controversy got us thinking about food labels and what do they mean. We're working for you to cut through all the confusion.
Olympic soccer is coming to San Diego. I have more on the plans for the 2028 Olympic Games.
It's baby season, and the San Diego Humane Society's Project Wildlife program needs your help. We'll tell you how you can contribute to their virtual baby shower.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts now.
Family and friends of a 6-year-old boy who was killed by a hit-and-run driver in Pacific Beach last month joined community members and transit safety activists just hours ago for a memorial walk and ghost bike dedication. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carla Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. Hudson Olaflin was hit and killed while riding his bike with his family. CBS 8's Steffi Roche joins us live from Pacific Beach tonight with more on today's memorial. Steffi?
Yes, truly so heartbreaking. Right now, I'm here next to the crash site, and just take a look over here. There's flowers, photos, stuffed animals, and the ghost bike that was installed earlier today to memorialize Hudson. Now, last month, Hudson was crossing the alley here on Pacific Beach Drive on January 7th when a driver hit him and fled the scene, authorities tell us. The memorial walk started just a few hours ago at Crown Point Junior Music Academy. People gathered, spoke, and called for safer streets to prevent horrific tragedies like this. Hudson's mother addressed the crowd this afternoon.
Your compassion carries us when we feel we cannot stand. We place this bike not only in memory of our precious boy, but as a call for change. No family should lose a child this way.
And after the speeches, the group walked here to the crash site to place this bike over here. And tomorrow is Hudson's funeral. That's when it's scheduled. But we're going to have more on this tonight at 10 on the CW and at 11 on CBS. For now, reporting live from Pacific Beach, I'm Steffi Roche, CBS 8.
Thanks, Steffi. If your kids ride e-bikes, you'll want to hear this. San Marcos is now enforcing new rules that ban children under 12 from riding them. And parents could be the ones paying the price.
CBS 8's Brian White joins us live from San Marcos with reaction. Brian.
Yeah, the 3-month grace period is now over. It's not just warnings anymore here in San Marcos. They're now issuing tickets, and parents could also be on the hook if their kids under 12 are caught riding. E-bikes have become a popular way to get around San Marcos, especially for younger riders.
My siblings have them, and so I definitely think it's a great way for younger kids to get around without bothering their parents.
But city leaders say safety concerns in the community have been growing over risky behavior and e-bike crashes involving young riders, and Tianti Clark agrees.
They're doing wheelies, they're kind of cutting from the sidewalks into the streets. So I feel like there definitely needs to be a way for it to be kind of monitored a little bit more.
The new rules follow state legislation that allows cities to set a minimum age of 12 for most e-bikes. I talked with San Marcos Mayor Rebecca Jones about the new rules.
We were really hearing a lot from our community that they were frustrated, our bike riders are frustrated, our drivers, and so it just seemed very logical for us to do that.
Bicyclists and e-bike riders are now required to follow the same rules of the road as cars, like stopping at red lights and stop signs. You can get a $100 ticket for that now. Riding on the sidewalk could also cost you $35.
I get the safety of it by, making them follow the same rules, but also at the same time, the sidewalk should be there for a reason.
Double riding is not allowed unless the bike has a second seat. That's a $35 ticket, and bicyclists are required to use the bike lane unless they're going as fast as traffic.
I've seen someone get hit by a car, and just fall over. And the other person in the car got out and apologized, but it's definitely important for that to be a focus point, that they find better ways to have cars and bikes coexist on the road.
Another rule, any rider under 18 must wear one of these, and a ticket for not wearing a helmet is $25. And these ticket prices, these fees, do not include what could be up to an additional $300 in court fees. I'm Brian White, CBS 8.
Thanks, Brian. Investigators are looking into what started a fire at the Remy Steakhouse in Mission Valley. It was called in by San Diego police officers who noticed smoke around 4:30 this morning. When crews got there, they found the fire in an outdoor storage area. It only took them about 5 minutes to put it out. We're told there was minor damage to the building's ceiling and roof, but no one was hurt. Governor Gavin Newsom is praising a major step forward in California's high-speed rail project.
He says the prep work is done and we are one step closer to laying actual tracks for the first 119 miles. CBS 8 State Matters political reporter Jenny Huh has the update.
The last progress announcement on high-speed rail was in January 2025, in which they began construction of the railhead, which allows for the transportation of supplies. 9 months later, in October 2025, that railhead was completed, and today there was official celebration of that completion.
This is the phase, it's the proof point. Can't believe what you can't see? Well, you're about to see a lot.
We'll be launching track laying that starts from here.
Governor Newsom and high-speed rail authorities met in Kern County Tuesday afternoon to celebrate the next phase in California's high-speed rail project. They say track for the first 119 miles of the rail from Bakersfield to Madera will be laid around September.
We have the infrastructure ready to go. We're in the process of hiring the contractor who's actually going to lay the track. We've ordered all the materials, so they'll start now arriving at the site.
Shouldn't some of these steps have been done years in advance because we anticipated this was going to be built anyways?
There's no question that there have been some delays in the project, but in terms of where we're at today, acquiring 119 miles of right-of-way, I mean, this is land that somebody owned at some point. Once you have the land, then it's clearing it.
High-speed rail board member Henry Perea says materials are arriving and being transported at the site thanks to the completion of the railhead. Construction of that first 119 miles of track, the first operational high-speed rail line in the state, is set to be completed by 2032.
As we are doing that work, we're preparing the remainder of the 171 miles.
That full 171 miles between Bakersfield and Merced is set to be completed by 2045.
And we're supposed to be excited about that. It is well past time to stop throwing good money after bad and to reallocate these funds where they're needed, and that is towards our roads, towards our local transportation needs.
Republican Congressman Kevin Kiley is one of many to criticize the project for costing $88 billion to $128 billion more and taking years longer than anticipated. As part of the package of spending bills passed by Congress and signed by the president Tuesday is a section proposed by Kiley to make high-speed rail ineligible for future federal grants.
That passed today.
And $928 million allocated by Congress to the project since its early days is being clawed back. The fact that there aren't federal funding, that's not going to hurt the project, you are confident.
With the state of California now making the investment of $1 billion till 2045, we can go for 5, 6, 7 more years. So we're good there.
Perea tells me the project is turning more to state funding and private investors, and that international companies are considering bids. Jenny Huh, CBS 8.
Thanks, Jenny. San Diego is officially becoming part of the 2028 Los Angeles Olympic Games.
We learned today that Snapdragon Stadium will be hosting Olympic soccer matches, and that's where CBS 8's Alex Cheney joins us live tonight with details. Alex, so exciting.
Yeah, Marcella, how exciting is that? San Diego is going to be part of the Olympic Games. Now, before, the closest venue to San Diego was going to be surfing up in San Clemente, but now Olympic soccer is going to be played right here at Snapdragon Stadium in 2028.
That for a first international goal.
San Diego is a global city, and this is just another proof point of the fact that when we compete for global events, folks choose San Diego.
Hinting at a new beginning.
Olympic soccer is coming to America's finest city. Today, the LA 28 Olympic and Paralympic Games announced 6 additional venues across the United States that will hold matches for the 2028 Olympic soccer tournaments, including our own Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego. Mayor Todd Gloria says the games will bring international attention to the city.
When you are, as I was last week, in Washington, D.C. with, about waist-high snow, and you get a cutaway to Torrey Pines and seeing the perfect weather, people start booking flights right away. And again, that's money back into our city coffers, so that we can improve the quality of life in neighborhoods all over the city.
Tom Penn, the CEO of San Diego FC, says soccer is a great fit in San Diego with passionate fans all over the city.
Still coming up strong.
Because soccer thrives in San Diego. That's what we realized when we did our research and we decided to bring our club here. It just comes right out of the soil. It's in the DNA, so why not bring the Olympic soccer matches here to San Diego.
Snapdragon Stadium is the home of San Diego FC, the San Diego Wave, and the San Diego State football team. The Olympic Games will give the brands international exposure.
Anytime we're in the global soccer story, the global football story, it's good. Whether it's the World Cup this summer, the Olympics 2 summers later, it's just really important that our brand, our venue, and our players are a part of that.
Other cities to host Olympic soccer are New York City, Columbus, Ohio, Nashville, St. Louis, and San Jose.
And now if you would like to attend one of those Olympic soccer matches here at Snapdragon Stadium, what you have to do is you have to go on the Olympic website and enter your name into a raffle and hopefully be selected for one of those tickets. If you would like a link to be able to do that, you can find that on our website, cbs8.com. Reporting live, I'm Alex Cheney. Back over to you.
Gonna need a little luck. There's gonna be a big demand.
Yes, but exciting that games are moving down this way.
Can't wait. Doctors are seeing a rise in flu cases with severe symptoms.
What you can do to help avoid getting sick still ahead. Plus, following a lawsuit claiming false advertising by Costco, we're working for you explaining how to better understand food labels.
And it's baby season for the San Diego Humane Society's Project Wildlife, how you can help animals in need of life-saving care.
Our daytime highs for today, we had the 70s right there along the coast. We had 80s across the inland valleys. We were feeling the heat out there, but here's the thing. We're getting even warmer by tomorrow. That includes the coast. We'll take a look at your complete forecast coming up.